Pro players make Queen Charge Recall Super Bowlers look easy, but is it actually that easy, or is it just a tease? In today's video, we're going to watch some replays from Dima, a pro player for Badsinger and a base builder for Na'Vi, who recently gave Queen Charge Recall Super Bowlers a go in Legends League after iTzu's released his video saying that in his opinion, it is the #1 strategy, or his #1 strategy at Town Hall 15. And we're going to talk about how easy this strategy is and how to use it. So what is this strategy all about? It's all about using a Queen Charge at the start rather than a Warden Walk to set an elite funnel. Warden Walks are obviously really handy and risk-free, but they don't actually get that good a funnel, and for Super Bowlers or all Smash armies really, it is all about the funnel. So we're doing a Queen Charge on the left side here, and if we get this elixir storage down, the funnel is going to be immense. So soon, yep, gonna recall right now. Notice, by the way, he's still got 1 healer left in his army comp, because if you put 5 healers down and your unicorn survives, as Dima has here, you're not going to be able to recall all these healers. You can only recall with the unicorn 4 healers and the queen, so make sure you don't put 5 down. The flame flinger's done awesome work on the bottom side. We'll talk more about the flame flinger in this army later, because the flame flinger is huge, because you can use the Queen Charge not only to set a great funnel, but also to enable your flame flinger to take down the whole base. And I mean, look at this, everything went inside the base. And Super Bowlers on ring bases, if you set a good funnel, they will triple, because look at these chains. These chains are just immense, taking down a lot of the base. Actually, the Super Bowlers all went down at once. Poor commentary on my behalf there, but you did see some really good chains regardless. We still got the Ice Golem alive, which is obviously not ideal. We would have wanted that to pop ages ago, but we've gone through the nasty part of the base. Monolith, all the Rage Towers were already dealt with, and now it's the RC and the Flame Flinger's job to clear the outside of the base. The healers still lived, and this is a triple. Now, this attack looked pretty easy on paper, and I mean, I'm not going to say it was. There is no easy attack at Town Hall 15, but it looked easy on paper. But as we go through the replays today, you're going to see Dima slowly make a couple of mistakes, and that's not really his fault, because the biggest weakness of this army is you've got to do so many things at once. You have a Flame Flinger to take care of. You've got a Queen Charge to take care of. How many spells do you use on the Queen Charge? And then it's all about pathing, and you still got to worry about how to get your king to set a perfect funnel. It is a really difficult army, but sometimes you can make it look easy. Another ring base here, double rage. I did have a replay with double poison, which he did triple, but I know you all struggle with these double rage bases, so I figured I'd show that instead. And this is a really nice Queen Charge here. A really nice Queen Charge, because as I said in the last hit, it's all about setting a funnel with the Queen Charge. And look at the funnel he's going to set here. So the Queen's going to come in. We're going to use 1 rage spell on her. Keep in mind with this army, you still do have 4 rage spells, but you only have 1 freeze, 1 invis, and you have no poison spell. So if you're going to Queen Charge an area of the base, preferably don't charge near that defensive CC, because you will not have a poison spell to deal with it in case there's headhunters, a witch, or a lava hound. So we get all of that down, and look at that. It is a beautiful funnel. We have the Yeti at the bottom to set a funnel. Then we're going to use the King to go on the far left-hand side, and the Super Bowlers should all come in. A really nice wall break. There is no doubt that all the Super Bowlers are going to go in here, but I like what he does. He actually elects to use the Blimp, because if you can avoid going through the Town Hall Poison altogether, why wouldn't you? Furthermore, if we stop it now, there's not really good Flame Flinger value anywhere on this base. Where would have you put the Flame Flinger? So if there's no Flame Flinger value, don't force it. Use the Blimp, or if you're going to go through the Town Hall, use the Drill even. Hits going nicely here. The Yeti Bomb with the Blimp got the Town Hall down. And I like what he does here. A lot of you would be tempted to put the jump spell right here on this mortar, but then if you do that, you don't actually get access to the back of the base. So what does Dima do here? He's just going to let his troops go outside the base. That's okay. They don't need to be inside the base at this point in time. Queen's going to take that mortar down, and then everything's going to walk out. And what he's going to do is put the jump spell right there, and now he has access to everywhere in the base. But this is what you got to do with this army. you got to be prepared to make decisions on the fly, particularly in Legends League. You're not only deciding where you're going to do your mini queen charge, but where you're going to start your super bowler smash, where you're going to use your king, what siege machine you're going to use, and where to use the jump spell. Nice king ability there. The fact that he's been able to hold on to the king ability so long is crazy when you think about it. RC comes through the center of base. I like that. Normally you send your RC around the outside and the smash through the middle, but switching it up here because he did not have the wall breakers or jump spells to access the whole base. And yeah, this is going to be a triple. So really nice hit here. Ring bases, they can definitely go down to this. Super bowlers are always strong on ring bases, but this variant of it is definitely extremely strong. An awkward diamond base here. What do you do on it? So Dima's going to come in, and he's actually going to try and get this Town Hall, because if you have a look at it, there's actually not a lot of damage by the Town Hall, which is unusual. A lot of diamond bases have insane DPS by the Town Hall, but not this one here. So Dima going to try and funnel it in, and then he's just decided a Flame Flinger on the top side. But the problem will be here. So his queen is obviously, he's having to focus on her and funnel her inside the base. And his flame flinger's on the top side, and we can all see that multi-mortar there. Now, it's not going to come into effect right now, but it will in a second. Perfect invis to force the queen back in, but we are losing health on our healers. But as I said before, you've only got one freeze and one invis with this, and we've already used both our utility spells. So no more freezes or invis for the entire attack. No skelly spell either. He uses the Yeti on the top side because he probably thought the Flame Flinger would go to the Mortar next. He's doing a really good job of keeping an eye on his Flame Flinger and his Queen here, but neither of them have gone perfect. We rage the Queen because we got to get her through the Town Hall. Yeti might nearly take down the multi-mortar, so he did a reasonably good job with that, but you're going to see here that it's not tanking now, and the multi-mortar gets 2 sets of shots off, even though it was only on 1 HP, and that means the Flame Flinger will open without taking down that multi-inferno. Now, if we were doing a Warden Walk, which isn't as risky, we probably could have ensured that the mortar was tanked for there. Probably could have done a better job, but yet again, that is one thing with this army that's you have to keep in mind. Really nice funnel, and he's going to Super Bowler Smash through the back end. That's definitely the best thing to do on these diamond bases. Go through the back end with the Super Bowler Smash. Doesn't really matter where you start the Queen Charge. This is the best way to go about it, because look at these Super Bowlers. You've got this jump spell opening up so much of the base. The Flame Flinger, whilst it didn't do as much as it could have, it has cleared out the entire top side of the base. And yeah, look at these Super Bowler bounces. This is ridiculous. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Goodbye, Scatter Shot. Goodbye, Warden Altar. And the Expo and Multi are both low health as well. In fact, the Frosty takes down the Expo. Means the RC's job is easy on the back end. You can definitely see the strength in this army. And my contention is this. This army is ridiculously strong. But it is not as easy as it has been advertised. And if you start using this army expecting it to be easy, you've got a whole other thing coming. Be prepared to struggle with this army, because you've got to be able to Queen Charge. You've got to be able to multitask with the Flame Flinger. You've got to be able to funnel your smash on the fly. But if you do have these skills, this army is heaps of fun. We see on this base here, look at how much DPS is by this Town Hall as he's starting his Queen Charge on the other side. You don't really want to Queen Charge that. Now, you could Queen Charge that Town Hall, but it would cost you a lot of spells. So I like what Dima does here. He's Queen Charging the corner compartment, and you always kind of want to go for a corner compartment on a diamond base. We saw it in the last attack. He went for that corner compartment with the Flame Flinger. In this attack, he's going for it with the Queen Charge. And why are these corner compartments so important? Because have a look at the funnel this is going to set. So he's going to get rid of this Archer Tower here and the gold mine, and then he pulls the Queen away because she can't deal with that CC. But look at how nice this funnel is now. We can go straight through the core of the base. However, you'll notice he has not used the Flame Flinger. He's going to go with the log launcher here, and the reasoning is pretty simple. If he can't Queen Charge that Town Hall, and he's going to have to smash through the back end, because as I said in the last attack, that is the best thing to do, then you're going to need this log launcher to open up a lot of walls. We simply don't have the jump spells or the wall breakers to open up the whole base. Smash is coming in, and it's all funneled in perfectly. King and Yeti on the top side. doing amazingly. The Baby Drag did a good job, and obviously the recalled Queen helping out too. And yeah, this log launcher is putting in huge work. There's another rage spell. We popped the Warden ability because we can't afford these Super Bowlers to die. Unfortunately, he wall broke into the core because he was just trying to help out, but it has caused some of his Super Bowlers to go astray. Really nice invis, and invis is so important with Super Bowler Smash. Do it when your Super Bowlers are low and raged, and they'll take down so many buildings. However, they have all but one gone down here, and I think this Super Bowler goes down any second now. It's actually doing a good job of holding on. RC on the bottom side, so essentially you Queen charge that area, then you use the RC to finish it off. King's still doing work on the outside of the base with the Yeti. And now we've just got to overwhelm this Monolith here. And we've got 3 heroes up. The Queen will go down, but we can definitely tank this Monolith. The RC gonna finish off the job. Beautifully done by her. And these 2 approaches that are shown in the last hit are the 2 best ways to take down diamond bases. You either Queen charge the Town Hall and use a Flame Flinger, or you don't Queen charge the Town Hall, Queen charge the corner compartment, so whether it be this one up the top or this one down the bottom, and then if you need it, log launcher. If not, still use the Flame Flinger anyway. Dima's attacks so far have been mostly flawless, but let's have a look at this one and you'll see some of the struggles with this army. So we got some box bases. Now, I like this Flame Flinger because he's coming in with the Queen Charge, and the Queen Charge's purpose here is to get the Monolith and the Ground Bow. Now, he's brought the Warden with the Queen Charge because you're charging into the Monolith. You'd love A, your Queen to have extra HP, but B, this Frosty, had it not been targeted by the Monolith somehow, is really handy with the Frostmites to slow down defenses. We use our second Rage spell and an Invis, but have you seen the potential problem with the recalling here? So unfortunately, the Queen does not go for that ground bow, so we've got a recall, but have a look at that. We aren't able to recall all the healers here because we had the Grand Warden as well. What Dima did was in theory the right idea. If that Queen did not have the extra HP, she would have struggled versus the Monolith, specifically enraged Monolith. But that's part of the army. You've got to be thinking 85 steps ahead. Thankfully, it's not that hard, though, to pull the healers over, but were it another hit, maybe it would not be so easy. King's setting a good funnel on the outside, but unfortunately, the Queen's going to go inside this wall. That was not the plan at all, but Dima comes in with a nice reaction wall break here to get his Queen kind of back on track. Good Warden ability. His troops are under a fair bit of fire, and his Queen ability was about to pop. Thankfully, the ground bow has not locked onto the Flame Flinger. That would have been a huge problem, but it has locked onto our Queen, which is not great. And our Queen here, look at what she's about to do. Yep, she's leaving the attack. She has no interest. Now she's going to beat on a useless wall. Jump spell coming in here. The rest of the Super Bowl Smashers moved on from the Queen's betrayal. Freezes the Town Hall half a second late for that Rage Tower, but that's all right. That's all right. We've used the last of our spells, by the way, so these Super Bowls have to get rid of the Town Hall here. Thankfully, they are a ranged unit, unlike Titans, and they get that Town Hall down nice and easily. Queen has died on the bottom side, but that's okay. We're about to put the Royal Champ on the top side, straight into the defensive King. Probably not the best way to go about it, but he's going to make it work. We've got the Wizards, we've got the Headhunter, which he immediately popped her ability so that the Wizards and Headhunter would not die to the Multi-Inferno. Still a triple. Dima, he's just willed this to triple essentially, but this was by no means a clean attack. And part of the problem with the army, but you can also see it's part of the strength of the army is you can sometimes make a mistake and still triple. There is a little bit of wiggle room. But those mistakes, unless you're a pro player, can cascade. Final attack of the video here, and I like what he does with this opener. So we've got the Yeti tanking for the Flame Flinger, and hopefully the Yeti Mites will take down this Archer Tower. You can see the Archer Tower's range here. But the Builder Hut is on the Mortar, just healing it enough, and the Yeti gets out of range of the Flame Flinger. And you might be wondering, why isn't he freezing the Archer Tower? Why isn't he putting down balloons? Well, have a look at this. He's Queen charging the base on the other side. He's already had to set a funnel for that, and he's already done a first layer wall break. And look at how far apart these two things are. They are not connected at all. Now, he does put down a freeze spell, his only freeze spell, and the balloons, but that Flame Flinger has lost a lot of health already. Don't really know how to show this. Look at it. It's happening so far apart. If this is hard to spectate, imagine how hard it is to do the actual attack. Queen charge doing well. Really nice rage and invis. And we're actually going to get rid of the expo here as the flame fling is not targeting the scatter, unfortunately. But you're going to see another problem right here. By the way, worth noting, he puts this 5th healer in because his unicorn has died. As soon as that unicorn dies, you can put your 5th healer down, as long as you don't have a warden, obviously. But look at this. He pulls the CC, and there's nothing left up on the base except, you guessed it, the poor flame flinger, which has already taken a beating already. Now, the defensive CC doesn't actually do any damage to the flame flinger, but A, it could have, and B, it is going to minimize the value these Yetis get, because they're a little confused about what to do. Super Bowl Smash coming in on the top side, and as if he hasn't had enough problems with the Flame Flingers, look at these Super Bowlers. They are not going inside the base. Really nice double wall break into the core, but all 3 Super Bowlers have no interest in going inside the base. Now, one of them comes back at the last second. It won't last long, though, sadly, because as you can see, the Monolith locks onto it. But just so much going wrong with this because of one minor mistake. And if Dima can make a mistake like that with the Flame Flinger, I can make that mistake 20 times. Really nice Warden ability here, though. Manages to get absolutely everything in. We got the Rage spell. He tried to Rage for both his Smash and his Queen. And in reality, he only got the Frosty. But that's alright. Still got plenty of Super Bowlers. I think that's 2 of them on the outside. And then we're about to use our RC, I think should be deployed on the top side. Yep, beautifully done there. And the RC and the Smash are just going to meet somewhere in the middle. But this Multi-Inferno is raged up and we've got no spells left. We had to use one of our free spells for the Flame Fling, and then we had to use an Invis for our Queen in the core because there was too much damage that wasn't being taken by the rest of the troops. RC ability goes off. He will get the triple here. But I think you've seen, A, the pros of this army, but B, the obvious weaknesses. Now, the weakness of this army doesn't really matter for someone like Dima. Dima is such a talented player. He's a pro player, been around the block for ages. He knows how to recover hits. He knows how to multitask because he's a pro. But players like me, players like you, we could definitely struggle with this more. And I would love to hear, if you're made it this far in the video, let me know, have you tried this army since iTzu has done his video, or had you tried it before, and did you enjoy it? Did you struggle with it? There's no doubt it's a really fun army, but it can be extremely difficult, and there's nothing more tilting than messing up multiple parts of an attack because there's too much to multitask. If you'd like to see another recall video, we'll put on here our Queen Charge Recall Super Dragons video we did with Leo recently. He's one of the best in the world with the strategy, and he dominated every base.